Okay, hi everybody. We're working through the quadratic functions and equations review. This is question 20F, and it's a projectile question. So a projectile is shot from a height of 4 meters with an initial velocity of 400 meters per second, meters per second. Its height after t seconds is given by this function right here. What is the maximum height reached, and how long does it take to reach that height? Okay. Now, first of all, just so there's no confusion here, yeah, h here refers to height. This is the function of the graph here. The h-intercept of this graph, okay, when we talk about that, we're referring to, in essence, the y-intercept of the graph here, and that is the initial height that this is shot from, okay? That's what they're giving you here. This is essentially our h-intercept, if you will. Now, what's the maximum height reached? A question like this is typically, the expectation is that you're going to use your calculator to do this. So I've already plugged this into the calculator. So there's our function, 4 plus 400x minus 16x squared. Okay. Now, I had to play with the window settings a little bit because they're not obvious, and that's okay. So I'm going to start at 0 because it doesn't make sense to talk about time prior to firing off the projectile. And after a little bit of guessing, 30 is my maximum here. My minimum here is 0 for the y coordinates. That's just ground level. Now, this took a little bit of work to figure out, but 2600 is a good upper window, and we're going to let the scale go up by 100 just because that is such a big difference there. And when I graph this, there's the parabola that I get. Now, the question is asking for me to find the maximum height. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go press second and calc to get into the trace menu, and I am looking for the maximum value that the function gets to. So I'm going to choose number 4, and the calculator is now waiting for me to give it a left bound. Okay, so what the calculator is wanting by this is the maximum is way up there at the top. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to move the cursor to the left of it, press enter. What that does is put a little triangle mark there. Now it's asking me for a right bound, so I'm going to move the cursor so that I am definitely to the right. Okay, and I'm not using the up down keys, I'm just using the left and right keys here. Okay, press enter, it puts another little triangle there. Okay, so now it's asking for a guess. Don't worry about the guess there, just press enter to get past that. What the calculator does is it bounces back and forth between those two triangles that we put there until it finds the point along this graph with the largest y coordinate. And so our answer here is 12.5 comma 2504. Okay, so our vertex here was 12.5 comma 2504. So what was the maximum height reached? Well, the max height, okay, was 2,504 meters. And how long did it take to reach that? Okay, it took, write it out like this, it took 12.5 seconds.